Welcome to the Himalayas! My name is Bioghost1000, and this week we'll be looking at plate tectonics through the lens of these magnificent mountains. Boring! And that will be my less than enthusiastic co-host, Jordak. Hola, Internet! Jordak, none of the Spanish-speaking countries have any involvement with the Himalayas. Well, I don't know Indian, or Arabic, or Chinese. Back to the discussion at hand. The Himalayan mountains are one of the most prominent features on Earth. They have the highest elevations on the planet. Stretching across Asia, these colossal peaks are a popular sight for those who want to scale its icy slopes. Whether you're looking them up online or seeing them up close and personal, they are an amazing sight to behold. But how do they form? What effect do they have on the environment today? Well, let me tell you. These mountains were formed by the natural process known as plate tectonics. Let me stop you right there, Ghost, and take it from here. Earth's made of plates. Think jigsaw puzzle. Plates move. 3 types of boundaries. Divergent. Move apart. Transform. Slides. Convergent. Push against. That should give you a general idea of plate tectonics. Jordak, you also need to give a description of the phenomena that they cause, as well as some examples. If they want to know so bad, they can look these processes up. You're here to talk about the Himalayas, so talk about the Himalayas! Moving on. Now, the Himalayan mountains were formed by a collision between the Indian tectonic plate and the Eurasian tectonic plate. Hit the brakes, Ghost! You mean to tell us that India was not always a part of Asia? Yes, I am, Jordak. In fact, during the Mesozoic period, India was a part of Africa and Eastern Antarctica. So then how did India get to Asia? Simple. 225 million years ago, it broke off. And 25 million years later, it continued its northward advance, moving at an incredible speed of 100 millimeters a year. Incredible speed? Dude, snails move faster than that! True, compared to our time frame, it's not really that fast, but compared to other plate movement, it is pretty fast. I mean, India moved so fast that it left skid marks on the ocean. And these skid marks are in the form of the 90 East Ridge and the Chagos Lakhadiv Plateau, 2 of the most prominent features in the Indian Ocean. Wow! Still moving slower than a snail though. But how is it even moving in the first place? Simple. It was being pulled by the Tutha Sea Plate as it was being subducted by the Eurasian Plate. And it moves India more and more northward until it collides with the Eurasian Plate 50 million years ago. But India didn't stop moving northward because it hit Eurasia. No, it continued to push Eurasia more and more northward. Sure, it slowed down to about half its speed, but it continued to press onward. And as it did, deformations in the Eurasian and Indian crust occurred, and more land rose and created hillsides. Think of it as a metal rod pressing against a hollow metal sphere. And as the rod is pressing harder and harder on the sphere, more and more grooves appear on it, rippling out from the epicenter. Ooh my! Now, some of these hillsides would become what is known today as the Tibetan Plateau, an expanse of land that is approximately 2,500 kilometers long and at maximum 1,000 kilometers wide. However, the actual Himalayan mountain range did not form as much until 10 million years ago. Once it did though, it rose fast, approximately 1 centimeter a year. Once again, man, enough with the snails! Anyway, they rose 1 centimeter a year. That means by a million years' time, if they continued to rise straight up, they would rise 10 kilometers. Man, that's high! Well, how big are they now? Currently, the Himalayas are 2,900 kilometers long between India and Tibet, 322 to 402 kilometers wide, and nearly 9 kilometers high. Hold it, Ghost! You said they rise 10 kilometers every 10 million years, and now you're saying they're only 9 kilometers tall today? What gives? If they rose straight up, yeah, they would be much higher than that, but they don't. Going back to our metal rod example, this time with another identical rod, we find that as these two rods press against each other, the ends don't just push straight up. They also push down and to the sides. A similar result happens when two continental crusts push against each other, such is the case with the Himalayan mountains. As the plates thrust upward, they also thrust downward and to the sides. Aside from creating the tallest peaks in the world and the Tibetan Plateau, the northward movement of the Indian plate also caused the movement of Southeastern Asia. So far, India has moved into Asia by approximately 2,000 kilometers. Say what? You heard me. And because of this northern advance, southern China has moved further east, and the Indochina region has moved southeast. This process also led to the formation of the Andaman Sea, as well as the South China Sea. Unfortunately, due to India's continual advancement into the Eurasian plate, the area surrounding the Himalayas is a high-risk center for earthquakes. Wow, there's a shock! This is a very serious topic, Jodok. Don't joke about it. Now, part of this is due to the tremendous pressure that is built up from the colliding plates. When this pressure is released, massive earthquakes form on the faults that are across the Himalayan landscape. Another cause for this is due to the subduction of the Tethys plate, the previous oceanic plate that once separated Eurasia from India. As it subducts, it curves downward and creates a terrific amount of pressure. And once that pressure is relieved, it thrusts up. Because of all this pressure coming from the colliding plates and the subduction of the ancient oceanic plate, the earthquakes in this region can get pretty severe. In 2008, near the eastern edge of the Tibetan Plateau, a 7.9 earthquake struck there, which killed over 87,000 people, caused billions of US dollars in damages, and dammed several rivers and lakes in that particular area. Despite the danger and destruction it causes though, the Indian-Eurasian plate collision has created quite the ecosystem where many plants and animal species thrive. Also, the snow that accumulates on these colossal peaks is the source for the Indus, the Yangtze, and the Ganga-Brahmaputra rivers. These three rivers supply various water sources in Afghanistan, Nepal, China, and, of course, India. Overall, the Himalayan mountains are quite the marvel, one that is millions of years in the making. It is a prime example of the processes that continually shape our planet.